This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we started consolidation of investments with S4 HANA Finance for group reporting. So as I mentioned, this is advanced course for consolidation of investments. In the basic course, we learn first consolidation and subsequent consolidation. We will not learn other activities like step acquisition, capital increase, total divestiture, etc. So today I will explain all those scenarios what we are going to cover in this particular course. So in the next few weekends, we are going to understand this advanced consolidation of investments. What scenarios I'm going to cover in this course, I'm going to explain now. I told you, right, there are two approaches uh, for the consolidation of investments basically. One is rule-based, other one is activity-based. So in this slide, you will see what is the difference between rule-based and activity-based. Why we have to go for activity, when we have to go for activity-based, when we have to, uh, 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 when we can go for rule-based. So rule-based, when you are talking with your customer, if the customer is having first consolidation, subsequent consolidation, step acquisition, increase in capital, and total divestiture. If they have only these five activities, then they can go for uh, rule based and activity based both, right? So if the customer is want to go with rule based, and if they have only these activities, you can go for rule based. Basically, customer even don't know what is rule based and activity based. You have to decide, because customer is not a group reporting experts. Now if you go with rule based, for example, my customer is having these five scenarios and I want to implement rule based COI, then you also need to understand the limitations. Even the rule based can perform all these activities, there are some limitations on top of it. What are those limitations? Level of automation might be limited, right? So automation limited in the sense, if you see here, activity-based consolidation of investments, it's a central maintenance. SAP maintains their configuration. So the programs know whatever activity-based consolidation of investments, what are all programs developed by SAP based on this configuration settings, those automatically generates all the entries. You just need to assign the FS item roles and relevant selections. Now, in this rule-based, everything you have to configure, right? Whatever requirement. So if it is goodwill, you have to configure. If it is negative goodwill, you have to configure all the sequences. Now, minorities in goodwill cannot be calculated automatically. I will explain what is minorities in goodwill. That is not possible. And also in the rule based, at equity method is not supported. Still, it's not supported. So if your investment is less than 50 percentage, and if you are using method as 20, so it will not read the method 20 rule based. So when you go with rule based, you have to consider all these points. So limitations are important. So you have to decide per consolidation version which of the two consolidation of investments tools you want to use. ABC based and rule based CY cannot be used within one consolidation monitor. So some people might think like in the consolidation monitor, I will assign 2100, 2101. That's not possible. 2100 is rule based, 2101 is activity based. For your version, either you use activity based consolidation of investments or rule based consolidation of investment. Any one of them you can uh, use. Now, Rule-based, these activities are possible when I come to ABC, activity-based consolidation of investments. First consolidation, subsequent consolidation, step acquisition, capital increase or decrease, partial and total divestiture, partial and total transfer, horizontal and vertical mergers. So now you might be having question like what is step acquisition, what is capital increase, what is partial divestiture, what is total divestiture. So in the next slides, I'm going to explain those. So as I mentioned yesterday, we start with period 3 2025 as that is my first consolidation period. So first we'll start with activity based consolidation of investments. So we execute activity based consolidation of investments. We are going to create four groups: Europe, Central Europe, Southern Europe, Eastern Europe. Four consolidation groups. So Central Europe, Southern Europe, and Eastern Europe comes under Europe group. So now here in the Central Europe, Switzerland invested in France. Switzerland invested in France. And Germany invested in Switzerland. You can see the percentages. So Germany investment in France, there will be a indirect calculation which is 54 percentage, 90 multiplied by 60 percentage. What is Germany's direct investment? So that is 90% in Switzerland. So there is some, so we should maintain the group's percentage and direct share percentage. So TA investment in Spain, Spain investment in Portugal, TA investment in Germany investment in Spain, Spain investment in Italy. Enter in the another group which is Eastern Europe, which we are going to understand at equity method. How the investments are adjusted based on this at equity method. So Germany investment Poland 80% and Poland investment in Hungary 30%. So here Poland to Hungary we are going to maintain at equity method. Now you might be having question like first consolidation I know, subsequent consolidation I know. In the basic training we have already we run this particular first and subsequent consolidation. So in the basic training, basic group reporting training, we run consolidation of investments based on rule based. Yeah, yes, you run the first consolidation based on the rule based. You have not run the activity based. Plus another point in the basic uh, re- uh, basic configuration and rule based, it said like goodwill is posted as an asset, right? 163100 as an asset, goodwill will be posted as part of first consolidation. But activity based consolidation of investments, right? How the positive goodwill handled, how the negative goodwill is handled, right? In the basic reporting, basic configuration, either it is positive or negative. We will post to 163100 asset account only. But when it comes to the activity based consolidation of investments, when it is positive goodwill, I want to I want to do the direct elimination. When it is negative goodwill, I want to do the direct write-off. So when I run the for this particular Central Europe, it is system is going to generate positive goodwill, and we are going to understand what entries so direct elimination will post. And then when I come to the Southern Europe, Spain invested in Portugal, which is 70%, but my investment value is uh, so because of my investment and capital, these two comparison, I will get the negative goodwill. So when I get the negative goodwill, when I get the negative goodwill, because my investment is less than my capital value. So when I get the negative goodwill, so there is I have to do the write-off. So for that, I have to post one leg in P&L, one leg in balance sheet. Those entries activity-based consolidation of investment is going to generate. We are going to understand. And also this Poland investment in Hungary, which is Eastern Europe, which is at equity method. In basic configuration, we there is no at equity method. They never mentioned at equity method in any of the uh, version. Correct. So now in the activity based, it is going to generate one entry, right, which is an investment adjustment entry. So investment in subsidiaries moved to investment in this particular associates, more or less. Yeah. And also subsequent consolidation system is going to post some entry, net income, minorities in net income, that calculation. So first we'll start with first consolidation. So all the scenarios are covered in the period 3. Period 3, we are talking about only first and subsequent consolidation. So in this, at the at the last point, at the Europe level, when you want to invest, when you want to do the consolidation of investments. So system calculates Switzerland investments to France. So when it is calculating, it will get the goodwill. So it will calculate the minorities in goodwill. How much is the minorities in goodwill? Because TA investment in Switzerland 90%, 10% becomes the minorities in goodwill. So it will post the minorities in goodwill. So it will, when you run the consolidation of investments at Europe level, it eliminates Switzerland investments. It calculates goodwill as what Switzerland owns, or goodwill against, it will post against France. It will eliminate capital against France. It will calculate minorities against France for this particular GRE group, and only the 10% minorities also it value as an extra entry. It will post at GRE level, Europe level. That also we are going to understand. In period 4, activity-based consolidation of investments. First, we are going to understand in the Central Europe group, Switzerland to France, they increase. So Switzerland to France, in the period 3, their investment 60%. In the period 4, they decided to increase the percentage 10%. So in period 4, the investment percentage is 70%. That's called step acquisition without method change. So increase of investment, because I increase, Switzerland increase the investment, increase of direct share happen. So when it happens, how the entries or how the goodwill is calculated, how the minorities are calculated for this step acquisition, we are going to understand. And then partial divestiture, Spain to Portugal. So the investment, 70% investment, right? So Spain decreased their investment in Portugal. So when I decrease the investment, right, decrease of direct share. So from 70% to 50% I want to decrease my investment, or 70% to 60% I want to decrease my investment. That's called partial divestiture, right? So it's not partial transfer, actually it's partial divestiture at end of the period. So partial divestiture relevant configuration, goodwill calculations, minority calculations, we are going to understand. Adjustments basically. So when the partial divestiture happens, right, how the minorities are increased, that we are going to understand. Then increase of investment, increase of direct share, increase of issued capital. So the main scenario, Spain to Italy, Italy increased their issued capital. So earlier, for example, period 3, their capital 300 euros. Period 4, they made it as 330 euros. So 30 euros they increased. So when based on that 30 euros, proportionately increase of direct share happen, based on that increase of investment. So for example, 90% Spain invested in Italy. So in this 30 euros, 90% uh, 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 taken by this particular Spain. That means 27 euros. 3 euros minority. So accordingly, increase of direct share happens. So these calculations, how system is going to handle, or how the entries are passed for this particular scenario, we are going to understand. In the fourth period, yeah, we are going to understand accounting method change for the Eastern Europe group. What is accounting method change? In the period 3, Poland investment in Hungary is 30%, which is less than 50%, which we use at equity method. Now Poland decided to double the percentage of investment. That means 30 to 60% they increase their investment. So currently accounting method change functionality not available in the activity based consolidation of investment also. We have to follow some workaround for this, right? And for what is that workaround? The workaround also you can do based on some conditions. The workaround says this the whatever percentage when accounting method change happens, equity to purchase you can do it. That is first condition. Second condition is you have to first divest the Hungary. So let's say Hungary 1, which is part of period 3. First you have to divest Hungary and you have to create new consolidation unit Hungary 2 and you have to add it in the group. That's the workaround.
A
Only
quick
that
question,
is,
Kiran.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's say we change from equity method to, let's say, purchase method. What
Hmm.
happens if you simply change it to purchase method for a Hungarian 00? Like, then until like period 3, it is on equity method. Your actual consolidation will be on equity method, and
Hmm.
period 4 onwards, it is purchase method. So why do we need to create a new consolidation unit and configure it?
So
Mm.
when you configure the system, so when you see the first consolidation, right?
Mhm.
So the Hungary first consolidation period is 3rd February, 3rd, I
Period
mean,
3. Yeah.
period 3rd 2025,
Right.
right?
Right.
Now accounting method change happened in period 4.
Right.
Now what is the first consolidation period for this? In the first consolidation period, it has not calculated the uh, the entry based on purchase method. It's calculated based on
Equity
equity
method.
method.
Yes.
But the when system wants to calculate first consolidation, it looks for the first consolidation period in the consolidation structure.
Oh, okay. It will always look for the first consolidation period.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where it goes wrong. That's why you have to go with new consolidation unit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Got it.
might be in the later releases for the
Mm-hmm.
accounting method range, they might come with a solution. Currently,
Okay.
this is what possible workaround.
Okay. So, but when they, let's say, when they want to look at the periods, like, they want to look at the actual consolidation from period 3 to 4, 5, then they have to choose the different consolidation units, right? For
Correct,
period 3. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, still it's like sounds like surprising, but it is what it is, right? Okay, thank
correct.
you. Yeah.
Now, period 5 for the activity-based consolidation of investments, we are going to understand partial transfer. So the partial transfer is Switzerland investment in France, right? Actually, we 70% because in period 4 step acquisition happened. So 60 to 70% the investment increased. Now Switzerland decided to sell 20% of that share to Spain. Whatever investment in Switzerland, investment in France, 70%, in that they want to decrease 20% and they want to transfer that one to Spain. That's what called partial transfer. So Switzerland is the selling unit, Spain is the buyer unit, France is the investor unit. System should understand these links. Investor unit is France. Selling unit is Switzerland, buying unit is Spain. So this relationship we have to give, we have to uh, uh, put it in an Excel control data, and we have to feed. Then system can generate these partial transfers. So when the partial transfer happens in the Southern Europe group, you have to add France as a new consolidation unit. So for the Southern Europe, France first consolidation period will be period 5 using equity method. Then one more scenario we are going to discuss, that is Poland 2, Hungary 2. I want to So the 60% investment, right? In period for 60% investment, accounting method change happened, new consolidation unit created. So here we are going to understand total divestiture. So Poland decided to take back entire 60% investment in Hungary too. So the total divestiture, when the total divestiture happens, entire reported data should be reversed. Reported data means whatever you release 0F or whatever data you loaded CSV files. That is called reported data, right? In the group currency. So the reported data, standardized data, whatever is there against the consolidation unit, which consolidation unit? The associate consolidation unit should be reversed. Now, when you run the first consolidation document posted, the first consolidation document should be reversed against this Poland, and you need some adjustments for the net income clearing. So those entries we are going to understand. Then period 8 and 9, we are going to understand only horizontal measure. We are not going to discuss vertical measure because it's not mentioned in the document. So horizontal measure, we are going to understand horizontal measure. Italy is going to absorb Portugal. So when Italy absorbs the Portugal, whatever Portugal balance sheet, that will be added to Italy. And also, in order to merge or in order to do the horizontal merger, there are some prerequisites. What are the prerequisites in order to perform this horizontal merger? The parent should be same for the both entries, right? So that means both Portugal and Italy should be same group, Southern Europe group, and Spain investment in both the consolidation units should be same. Spain invested 80% in Portugal, Spain invested in 80% in Italy. Then only horizontal merger is possible. For example, if Spain invested 70% in Portugal, Spain invested 80% in Italy, horizontal merger is not possible. So both Spain should, so these are the prerequisites, right? You might be having some separate scenario, another scenario, like I said, right? Then it's not possible in even using activity based consolidation of investment. If it is not possible, what you have to do? Manual entries, Excel upload. That is a possibility, right? So after merger, you can see Spain investment in Italy 80%.
I
So
have a
once we
question.
complete, yeah, yep,
Yeah, under the ABC methodology, will you be able to use it if it's the equity method? Will the system be able to do the calculations based on the equity method, that
yes.
accounting method?
At equity method, you were saying, right? Less than 50% scenario.
Yes, yes, for a
Yes.
horizontal merger.
If both are 30%, it can.
Okay, all right, thank you. So it doesn't matter what percentage.
What percentage? What method? That's okay, but the prerequisites both would be same, like same percentage. If Spain investment in Portugal 30%, if Spain investment in Italy 30%, then it can perform.
Okay, thank you.
So once ABC consolidation of investments completed, we are going to understand rule-based advanced functionalities of rule-based. So for this, we are going to maintain, because rule-based and account-based, activity-based, we can't handle with one version. We are going to create a new version for the rule-based consolidation version. So here also same, in the rule-based, as I said, like we are going to understand how the positive goodwill entries are posted, how the negative goodwill entries to be manually added, and at Europe level, how the minorities in goodwill manually we have to post the entries. What entries we have to prepare for the minorities in goodwill, what entries we have to post for the, because it's always post to one goodwill account only, whether it is positive goodwill or negative goodwill. In the rule based, it will post to one account only. So from that account, when it is negative goodwill, you have to reclassify. Then at equity method not possible in rule based, so we are going to understand how the file to be prepared for the manual adjustments. Here for the rule based, we are going to talk about step acquisition and capital increase, total divestiture, right? So here partial transfer is not possible. not possible. So partial divestiture also not possible. So Spain to Portugal, we will discuss total divestiture only. So here wrongly mentioned, it's not possible. And also for the period 4, we are going to understand if for the equity method subsequent consolidation, how the manual posting should be done. So this is all about we are going. So here period 4 for the rule based, because remaining all not possible, partial transfers not possible, partial divestitures not possible, horizontal mergers not possible. So those are not part of rule based. Whatever is possible in rule based, that we are going to cover in the period 4. Right. So this is all about the course overview. So next weekend will be the first session. We will prepare the configuration, and we will create consolidation groups, consolidation units, and we will maintain the data, and we will run the first consolidation. Then period for other activities we will run. Yeah. Any questions now? Whomever interested, just send an email to me. I will uh, I will give you all the details. Yeah. From the next weekend we'll connect. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
ending the meeting.
Yeah, thank you.